Hello guys, it is Reynolds here, and I'm here to give a tutorial on Elves. The reason I'm making this tutorial in July here is because there's been a lot of updates. Let's talk about some most recent ones. Elves, one, there's a better elf to use than what most guys are explaining. Sorry to say it for you other guys who have released elf guides, but the elf you guys recommend, which is in the middle of Priffdinas over here, is terrible. He resets every 5 minutes, and it is a pain in the ass to have to move your mouse every 5 minutes than just have a stable place to click. So that's one improvement already. The second improvement is that, this is not their fault by the way, is that the new spell Shadow Veil has been released, and this was released a few weeks ago. This improves the rate of pickpocketing a lot, and your HP rate is going to look around from 160, 180k-ish area to 210k, no doubt. I've done like 10 hours of thieving with this, and I've always gotten over 210k XP. My lowest hour was 205, but then my highest hour was like 225, so it made up easy. Let's talk about some requirements. You're going to want Song of the Elves done. This is best done with the elf Aredhel, which is going to be on the southeastern side of Priffdinas. Song of the Elves is required to get into Priffdinas, and you can thieve elves in Letia, but I would not recommend it in the slightest. They move around a lot, and yeah, it's not very stable. 99 thieving is very helpful because the thieving cape, or max cape, as you see I'm wearing, is going to give you a huge boost to your pickpocketing rate. You're going to want Dodgy Necklaces as well. These cost around 1k on the GE. Ironmen don't have a problem making them. You don't use that many per hour anyway. You can bring some good prayer bonus, but it's not necessary in the slightest. Nor do you need Tome of Fire Mud Battle Staff. You do need the runes for for Shadow Veil, which is Cosmics, Earths, and Fire. So you can do like Lava Runes and Cosmics, or you can do Fire, Earths, Cosmics, whatever. You don't use that many Cosmics. It seems like a lot, 5 per cast, which is around 60 casts a minute. Or for me, it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be like 80, 90 casts, but don't worry about it. You can get a lot of these free, and it's not going to be that much. GP wise, what are we looking at here? So another update that has been released about a week or two ago, maybe a week and a half, is the Bow of Farendin, whatever I call it, as well as a lot of Reddit calls it the Bofa. This has caused crystal shards to shoot up like a rocket. Previously, enhanced crystal teleport seeds were like 2.2 mil, now they're 3.7. This means that according to my loot tracker here, which has them tracked at 3.7, I'm making around 4 mil an hour. Previously, it was around 2.5 to 3. And here's some things you want to use. You're going to be wanting to use either prayer potions or zamorak brews. This is depending on what you have access to your account. Ironmen probably don't have a lot of zamorak brews laying around because these are kind of a pretty worthless potion for them. But maybe they have some picked up from Nightmare or Krill. So I have mentioned it because it is a very cheap potion that serves the exact same purpose as a prayer potion. If you're a main account, I highly recommend using zamorak brews and not prayer potions. It's a small tip. Prayer potions are 9k, zamorak brews are 1.7k. Hey, hold on, let me say grats to this guy. Anyway, pretty much it. You're gonna want Rogue's outfit, Song of the Elves, pretty normal stuff. So let's go on to the elf that you want to use, and I'll show you how to set up your screen markers, these, so we can show it from scratch. Open this door here. Hopefully she doesn't wander out. If she does, I'll just have to hop worlds. Close the door, and let's see if she moves over to this corner of the bed that I'm standing in currently. And I will stand where she is currently. Boy, don't do this to me. Get in the corner. And then you can stay here for a really long time. Perfect. I see how it is. Can't just let me get away with a good video, can you? Any moment now. Orphandel, don't do it. You can start pickpocketing her right there, but I just wait. You can also hop worlds, whichever you prefer. Alright, perfect. Anyway, now that she's in position, I can pretty much AFK here for around 50 minutes. She won't despawn every 5 minutes because the spot she is standing in currently is already her spawn point, which is very helpful. Now, if somebody opens the door and runs on top of you, then it's a little bit of a grief if you want to troll your friend who's doing pickpocketing. So, Now that she's in this corner, you want to move Aredhel to around this area of the screen between your chat box and this combat options area. So when I right click, no matter if I right click down here or up here, you'll see that the Pickpocket Aredhel menu is going to be in this plane right here. So let's draw something around that general range. You can see that where I clicked, it's right here. Screen markers. I'm going to move it around here. Let's test that out. Pretty on point. And then you want to make a screen marker on Shadow Veil. And then your coin pouch would generally land right here, and then you can just press like F2 or whatever F button you have binded to your spellbook and just cast it really quickly. So, quick prayer should be sent on redemption, and the higher prayer level you have, the better, because it'll heal you more, but it is not really required to have a high one, just as long as you can proc redemption. Then you want to right click, left click here. And then when your HP gets below 15, if you're 0 prayer points, during a zamorak brew, turn on redemption, proc. Cast Shadow Veil on cooldown, sorry I forgot to. And there should be a timer right there on the left on my screen. You see this says 1 minute. And you're just chilling there. You do not want to cast Shadow Veil last second. You want to be casting it so that you have 100% uptime. What does that mean? And what do you mean by that, Reynolds? So that means in case your character goes on a nutty pickpocket spree, maybe like he pickpockets 5 times in a row, you don't want to ever have Shadow Veil run out midway. So I'm going to be casting it right away. You can cast it every 30 seconds. And you can see when I drink a zamorak brew, it's going to take around 10% of my health. I drank it at 30 HP, so I took 3 damage. But if I drank it below 15 HP, I'm going to take 1 damage. So I'm going to start drinking those at 15 or lower. Of course, only when my prayer points are 0. Let's turn this on. And elves do drop wines, as you just saw. I would recommend you don't pick these up. You don't drink these. You instantly drop them back on the floor, because drinking these are going to cause you to lose ticks. Yes, you can stay here much longer with the wines, but it's much faster from my experience. I have done a lot of testing with drinking them and staying longer versus just going to the bank, coming back. Just banking and coming back is much better on your HP per hour. Drop those. And the elf will always do 5 damage to you, so I'm going to wait until I get to 10 HP. I'll drink my zamorak brew, and then I will continue. He dealt only 1 damage there. I'll turn on my redemption. That way you minimize the damage you take from the zamorak brew. And that's pretty much it. From here on out, I'll let you know what the EXP rates are going to be while I pickpocket these elves. You are going to be getting, if you have max stats, all requirements, are around 210k XP per hour, 4 mil an hour. If you start this from 85, you're going to get around half or a little less. So you're going to be getting around maybe 120k to 150k. Remember, the huge spike is at 99. Your EXP rate and success rate is going to go up a lot. Your success rate is going to look from 47 to around 48.5% from my experience, and that is over a sample size of around 14 hours. And that's pretty much it for elves. You can just sit here, make bank, not really have to pay attention to the screen. If you are thinking about pet rate, this place is better than Ardougne, but it is still pretty terrible compared to something like Relic of Souls and Draenor. Or Shards, any ironmen ears open. You are going to be getting around 220 shards an hour to 210. This is around 3 to 4 times more efficient than Gauntlet. If you're a speedrunner, it'll be around 3 times more efficient than Gauntlet. If you're more relaxed and you're getting like 8-minute, 9-minute Gauntlet runs, it's just 4 times more efficient than Gauntlet. So weigh your options there. Gauntlet is actually more money an hour, but is obviously effort, and it's not going to be much better. Shards, it is much worse. So yeah, do whatever you want. Have a nice day.